Hello, Chris Larson. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you too, Jamie. How you doing? Fine day.
I am doing excellent. I am. You kicked me off with a great start this morning. You had, or today, you
Today,
posted some videos, and
uh,
I was laughing my head off.
isn't that
So
isn't that fun when you can just watch the interweb and get a laugh and it's just some very 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 funny stuff. I think.
yeah, super funny. It just makes me want to go shopping. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to do that. But you know what I'm super excited about today? I mean, we have great stuff always happening in Kitsap
Yeah.
County, but you're kicking off your big comedy series this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, we've got the first show this Saturday night at the Admiral Theatre with the funniest guy ever to come out of Alaska, Jamie Lissow, and people know him from his Netflix specials. Being on Comedy Central, being on the Real Rob, the Gutfeld Show, the biggest show on TV right now. He's a regular there. Plus, he's got a couple of movies he's involved in, and we've got him in Bremerton this Saturday night at the Admiral Theatre. We'll put the ticket link down below, but I think we've got him hanging out. Do we want to bring him on right now? Boom.
Sure. Oh
Just
gosh,
like
that'd
that.
be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's oh, look at that.
There he is.
We got the
Magic.
Jamie and Jamie show right here. Jamie Lissow, how the heck you doing? Welcome to Doing Good in Kitsap
Really good
Beyond.
to see you guys. I like hearing that you send each other videos and stuff. I have one of my best friends is Rob Schneider's wife, who was in the Rob Schneider show. She played his wife, and she wrote it with us. And I have not spoken to her on the phone in probably a year, but I don't think a day's gone by where one of us hasn't sent the other one a video of someone hurting themselves. That's how
sad too. that we laugh at that. That's very sad.
My favorite videos are where someone falls and then completely vanishes, like in bushes or what. If I see it, I go, "Oh my goodness, I got to send this to Patricia Schneider." And I said to her, that's how we communicate.
Oh my God. And she is one of the nicest people in the world and married to a very, very talented and awesome man. So right on.
Yeah. They're both the best, man. Very good friends, good people.
That's
very cool. Well, what Chris sent me was you, and I can so relate to this because was the video of you talking about going and visiting your wife's friends, Michael and Joanne.
That's right.
And so my husband will not even get in the car with me unless we have a very specific destination and there are no stops on the way or on the way back.
Yeah, it's the craft store is not having to go there was one of my favorite things about getting divorced. Never having to go there again. Yeah, it was one of those things where I just feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable in there. I don't know what anything's for. I don't know what we're doing there. There's pine cones for sale. I thought those were free.
Yeah. Well, being from Alaska, pine cones are everywhere. So here you're paying $15, and it's just the first step in the process of building something for about $700 that you can buy next door at Hallmark for $3.
That's right. You want to hear a quick story about that special? So what you watched was my dry bar special, they called me up. You guys know Dry Bar. I know you've had. And I didn't know what it was, and they called me up and they go, "We do this like series of comedians where you are incredibly clean and you perform in Utah, and it's in front of like this Mormon crowd." And I went there, and they were the nicest people ever, and I was super clean. You're not even supposed to say, "Oh my God," that's how clean it is. And I do the special, and then it goes well. A couple weeks after the taping, they call me and they say, "We're going to put it on Amazon Prime. What do you want to call the special?" And it was like this conference call with all these people. And I go, "What if we call it Jamie Lissow Tries Not to Say the F Word for an hour?" So that's all I did. If you watch the special, you can see me skipping over curse words. And then they go, "We can't call it that." And I go, "What if we call it, is it Mormon here or is it just me?" They didn't like that one either.
Clever's good every time. Clever's good. And you do that so well.
Well, thank you. But it's actually called Something Awesome. And the reason I brought it up right then is because this title is that bit, because I go, it's when your wife wakes you up in the morning and says, I got something for us to do today. It's never something awesome.
Right. That's with a cup of coffee, 2 cups in, and she's coming at you. Yeah.
That's great. Well, where you just travel everywhere. Is that how great of a gig is that you just get to go out and entertain people and be funny. So how long have you been doing that?
I can't complain. It's my only job I've ever had, but I think you hear guys get bitter, and guys, I meet, by the way, even in Bremerton, after every show, I meet anybody that wants to meet me after the show, take pictures, whatever. We don't have like a meet and greet fee or anything. We just say hi. And the reason I do that is because I've been doing this since a long time. I did the Tonight Show in 2001. Like, I've been doing this for a really long time. Yeah. But it took me, I wrote for television. I did some cool stuff, but it's only been 2 years since being on the new Gutfeld show that people have come out and sold out shows and come to see me. So I feel like I'm almost happy that this journey took a long time, because I am so grateful. I always was happy with my career, but I never, ever, ever thought that it would ever get to this level that I'm at right now. I sort of thought that opportunity passed me by, and I was okay with it. I still thought I had a pretty good job, but having people come out and like selling, I just sold out 2 shows on a Wednesday in South Carolina. I'm like, what is even happening? And the greatest thing, all my fans, because a lot of them watch Gutfeld, they're all my age and older, which is like the greatest thing ever. I had a show at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. That was the late show. I was in the middle of the show. There's like an 80-year-old guy in the front row. Laughing at all my jokes made me feel so good. Middle of the show, his phone alarm went off, and like 60 people took their pills.
Oh my God. That's great.
But it's been great. It's been a journey.
Well, your target audience will fill the Admiral Theatre for you when you're here.
I love it.
In Bremerton. And obviously being from Alaska, so you've played Soldotna and Kenai and those Palmer, all those great where you played 2 nights. I remember being out on Kodiak Island, and the first show, they're kind of tentative, but the second show, they all bring salmon and moose, and they want to tip you with Alaska meat. And I came back with my first trip up there. I came back with over 1,000 pounds of seafood, crab, and that kind of stuff. It was just the nicest people in the world up in Alaska. Yeah,
I've done a show in Alaska where everyone came, the whole town. Every single person. And for me,
the first time I ever saw every vehicle is just sitting out in the parking lot idling was up in Fairbanks, and it was in November, -40. And I get there and every car's just sitting there idling, and I'm like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, I have Fairbanks, where I live, is a very small town. And when I go home to see my kids for when I have them, there's nowhere to drive. It's a very small town. I go through a tank of gas every week because I just leave my car on. It's like if you take your kids to whatever, you take them to school, you want it to be a warm car. You're just burning gas, but you're not even driving anywhere. And by the way, excited about Bremerton because that, to me, there's only so much you can do in Alaska, and I don't like to oversaturate. It's like a home gig for me. This is one of my only direct flights.
It's Alaska Airlines. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, home of. So you go from Bremerton right into the freezing weather of Missoula and Bozeman. Do you do that just because you miss that kind of weather, or what's going on?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. As I get older, I'm trying to be better with my work-life balance, and so I'm engaged to this wonderful girl, and we had been wanting to go to Montana. And I actually created that tour, like the Seattle, Montana tour, just so that we could, it's sort of like she's coming with me, and she'll be with me in Bremerton. We have a podcast, by the way. She's a doctor. We have a podcast called Afraid to Ask, and it's with me and my fiance, Dr. Erica, and we answer medical questions, and I make off-color jokes and stuff like that. And so I'm very excited. She'll be with me at that show, and I might even bring her on stage at the end, and maybe we'll answer some medical questions or something. But we learn a lot, man. She's she's like a woman's health doctor and does a lot of stuff with birth control. And so I'm learning a lot because I didn't even realize, for me, plan B is when the girl sleeps with me. I had no idea that was I never even knew there was a plan C. I didn't even know about this. Plan C is where you change your name and move out of the country. And it's a little more expensive. But she'll be with me on that whole tour. So I'm psyched about the Montana thing. I think we're doing Bremerton, Missoula, Bozeman, Billings, and then we're staying 3 extra days. Which is great to stay there that time. I'll toss you, when you're in Bremerton, a couple places you got to eat at and stuff while you're there. It's just awesome. Is it true that there's some elevation in Bozeman? You got a little elevation.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I worked. I got a call from Bozeman, and they go, they go, you might want to bring oxygen. And I go, listen, I'm not the most famous comedian in the world, but I feel like that's something the venue should provide. You know?
Yeah.
But
it should just come with life, right?
Yeah. Hey, it's free. It's like the pine cones. What are we doing?
Yeah. No,
pine cones are only free until you add cinnamon to them, and then they are very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's funny.
Well, that's great. Hey, tell us, you're okay. So flat out, you've been busy on the Real TV stuff, like The Real Rob, and you've got one movie in the can, and you're working on another. Is that right?
Yeah, well, the movie that I was working on that I think you're referring to, Daddy-Daughter Trip, it just got released, and so it's out on Netflix Mexico.
Okay.
And it's only on Netflix Mexico, but it's also available at Walmart. You can buy it at Walmart. It's called Daddy-Daughter Trip. That movie, so it was like our COVID baby. We had nothing to do, and so me and Rob Schneider did that during COVID because there was no touring.
Right.
And we ended up getting John Cleese, who's a friend of Rob's, and my favorite comedian of all time, and was my dad's. John Cleese agrees to do it. And they go, hey, because you wrote it, you can have a part in the movie. And I go, oh, okay. So I look through the script and I realize there's a scene, just one scene. I wanted like a small part with John Cleese and this guy. And so I go, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to meet John Cleese. And so then one night it was like 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep, and I was going through the script and I was about to send it out to everyone for production. And I went into the John Cleese scene and I was like, man, I only got like one line with John Cleese. And I looked over my shoulder and I added a bunch of lines to the scene.
Nice.
I didn't tell you. I go, they can just cut it, but I get to spend more time with John Cleese. So I go, hey, and then now I'm like friends with John Cleese.
How do you not? Do you come on with a funny walk and all that kind of stuff, or do you do one of his bits to him or something?
It's more of a straight man. We're con men.
Yeah,
me and John Cleese are con men, and we're trying to rip off Rob Schneider, but it's a fun family movie. Nice. And we're real proud of it. And it stars Adam Sandler's wife is in all the Adam Sandler movies. You can see her in there. Yeah. And I feel like in this movie, she really gets a chance she's the star with Rob Schneider. And so I really feel like people get a chance to see her in her, with her full range of what she's capable of.
That's great. That's great. I'm just so doggone proud of you and all these different things you've got your finger in right now. And, doggone it, you're just going to love Kitsap County. We're a military town, an hour out of Seattle, right on the water. It's a century-old theater that's just beautiful. And we're just going to fill it to the rafters with people that love you, Jamie. I can't wait to see you next week.
Well, I love it, man. And my fans are older. A lot of them were probably around during the construction of that. It'll be great.
And this theater is so amazing. I don't know if you've seen pictures of the inside of it. It's like an underwater theme. It's like you're living under the sea kind of thing. So
I have some pictures. Okay, I look forward to it. Can't wait.
So probably a lot of your, the age demographic of your fans will feel like they're being born again, right? Because
that's probably,
good. Probably born underwater. That kind of thing.
I cannot wait. I absolutely looking forward to it. I haven't been this excited about a week of shows in a really long time. And
that's great. That's well deserved. Everything that you're up to. Anything else you want to plug for us? What else you got going on, man?
Dude, I'm back on Gutfeld on Monday, still doing it every week. That's my big thing. And then, I do have a podcast called Afraid to Ask with my fiance, Dr. Erica, that we just sort of started up, and it's going really well. And those are my two passion projects right now.
That's great. Everything about that's great. And
look at that. We got the Gutfeld mug.
Yeah. Just got to do that kind of stuff I don't want to pick on Greg or anything like that. I'm 6'3", so I don't even know he's around but that's okay.
Greg's the best, man. Greg has been, I feel like he is more of a Johnny Carson than any late night talk show there is in the way that he lets the guests shine. He doesn't, he looks at me and he knows me so well now. He knows I have like a slow delivery. I can't tell you how many times I've been on shows where like I had a joke coming, but I didn't even get to it because like I'm like my timing is a little bit slower. Right. Never once has Greg not had the perfect timing as as a host, and he's made the careers of all these people. Like Tyrus is selling out theaters. I don't know if you've had Tyrus in Bremerton, but he would.
Yeah, we have not yet.
Cat's been selling out it's been wild to watch everybody, rise
Joe
up.
Mackey, everybody that he brings in. You're exactly right. It's exactly what late night TV needs, is to give all the artists an opportunity to shine. And it's just it's the funniest show on TV right now. So, that's really nice. You really make it shine, my friend. I love it when you're on.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and he lets people shine, and also on that show, as opposed to all the other shows that I can think of on regular networks, you can say anything you want. They don't check what you're going to say before you go on, and you can be on any side of politics, and they have people from all sides on, and it's it's that freedom. It's in line with everything that's happening. I think right now in the country, I think we might be headed in the right direction. With
I totally agree, and it's that freedom that you just talked about there, that just opens and lets an artist bloom. And I haven't seen that since Johnny Carson and the early David Letterman years. So
and like I'm excited about this Elon Musk thing. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, as far as Elon Musk goes, he's so smart. I sometimes don't even do my research. I go, I agree. Like, I don't need to look into it. He's this smart. Did you hear California wouldn't let him? They don't want to let him shoot their rockets off anymore, and they're like finding all these bureaucratic reasons. And they said, now Elon, I think he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to do this for the country. He has all the money in the world, and he thinks the Earth may someday become uninhabitable, and he wants us to be able to live on Mars. And California said he can't shoot off rockets because the sonic booms might startle the wildlife. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm okay with a bear every once in a while going, "What was that?"
Yeah, exactly.
To live on Mars, I think it's not a bad trade-off.
Well, and then the bear's going to ask, "Hey, by the way, you got room for one more?" I mean,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. You got to take two of them. I learned that from
Noah. That's in a book.
Noah does know. Yeah.
That's in a book. Yeah.
So here's a question: If you could afford it, I can't afford it. Maybe you can't afford it. Would you go up in one of those rockets?
I've never even been to Montana. I feel like I got some places here that I would explore first. I don't think I would go to. I will say though, it'd be nice to go to Mars and all my jokes would be fresh again. No one would have heard anything. They don't know the craft store bit. They don't know anything. I don't think I'd go up. Honestly, I think I'd be scared.
No, I think actually, you could just go up to Kitsap, Alaska, and play that New Year's Day golf tournament they do out there on the ice floe, which I did once, and that's just not worth it. So that's like.
Yeah, there's enough to do in this country. Besides this, the trip to Mars is 9 months. I flew here from Alaska and it was miserable. 9 months. Can you imagine you get on the Mars flight and they sit next to a crying baby? And you go to the flight attendant like, I don't know if I can handle this. And she goes, don't worry, they'll grow out of it by the time we get there.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a long flight.
Graduate from high school when we land.
Or you could have a baby in that time. Start without one and have one by the time you land.
You're 100% right, and people aren't going to hold off on that kind of action for 9 months.
No. Yeah. No.
True.
Well, and maybe they have Netflix. Maybe they have Netflix Mexico. Maybe they have Netflix Mars.
They might have Netflix Mars. We could have the first show on there. This Mars thing. I think you're right. People might have babies on the Mars flight. I was on a flight the other day. Guy in front of me was trying to convince his girlfriend to join the Mile High Club, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's where you do some stuff on an airplane. And I was like, man, this guy. I just want to be in the Mattress High Club. Get some goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's. Did you have? So, are you? I'm just gonna ask the question.
Yeah.
You fly a lot, right? You must fly a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you must see the most interesting things, including people doing interesting things in bathrooms or whatever. Do you have a great story from a flight?
Man, I don't know if I have a great. I do have one weird story. I don't know if it's funny or not, but I was on a plane the other day. And this guy, there's something about airports and airplanes where people are like, we should drink whiskey at 6 a.m. Like there's something about you're allowed to just drink at any time, right?
Yeah.
And you go to an airport bar and you go, can I get a whiskey? They go, hey, make it a double. Like they don't care. They want you to drink. And this guy next to me was right out of the gate. He ordered like a double thing. Oh man, this is going to be in trouble. It was like a 4-hour flight. And he is completely passed out, right? And the plane lands like he doesn't move. And so everyone's leaving the plane, and they're trying to, I'm sorry, we're not landed yet. And they notice he's like passed out and they go, are you okay? Whatever. He's not moving. And they're like, are you okay? Wake up. And he's not waking up. And they start kind of freaking out. And they start going, they have that bag with the medicine hidden on board or whatever. And I'm like, oh my goodness, does this guy die? Like, what is going on? This is terrible. And so everyone's freaking out and they're getting, they go, is there a doctor in the house? By the way, whenever they say, is there a doctor in the house? If you're like a Jill Biden, let's not raise our hand. If we're a foot doctor or let's leave it to somebody. But they go, is there a doctor? So they find this person in the back. And as all this is happening, that as you're landing, that chime goes off, like that soft chime. It goes ding. It goes ding, and the guy goes and wakes up.
No way.
Soft chime and there's like all these people rushing over, and he's like, "What's going on? What are you guys doing?"
Wow.
Yeah, he woke up. He was fine.
That's funny. People who fly a lot, they just live by chimes. Those things just kind of wake them up. Yeah, where they sleep.
I fly a ton, but my mindset is always, because people go, man, how do you fly like so many hours? My mindset is like, if I look at all the things I do all day, which is I edit videos a lot and I write and things like that, I always think like, there's not much I can't do on an airplane that I might do in a hotel room. And so I sort of embrace it and, make it like a little office, make the best of it. Alaska Airlines, I'm like a golden moose or something. I'm like some kind of high status or something.
As it should be. And well, you're
awesome.
Totally a high status in my book. And your people said we only had about 10 minutes with you and we've taken over 20. So I just think you're fabulous. You're the voice of the future of comedy. I love your style and poise on stage. And the way you wrap a story is just impeccable, my friend. And I can't wait.
You guys enjoyed talking with you this morning.
Yeah, can't wait to have you. You're kicking off the Great Chris Comedy Series, and after you, we get Kevin Nealon, and then right into Brad Upton, Gabe Rutledge, and Rich Scheidner. So
very nice. I work with Kevin Nealon a little bit. I wrote on Man with a Plan, his TV show.
Yeah.
My specialty, because it's a writer's room with 11 people, my specialty was the Kevin Nealon joke. Like I would say almost every joke I pitched was for his character. It was my favorite to write for because he's a.
If you can write for him, that's just amazing because he's just got a comedic style, as you do. And when you own something that, as soon as you start seeing the pacing and stuff, you just want to lean in and hear every little bit of it. That's exactly the way your stand-up is, and I love everything about that, man.
That's very nice. I'm a huge Kevin Nealon fan. That's a very, very nice compliment. Thank you.
You bet, my friend.
Well, Jamie, thank you for being with us today, and thanks for your time. And I'm sadly going to be out of town for your show, so I'm going to go find some more. I'm going to have Chris send me some more videos that I can laugh along with. So
we'll see you guys Saturday. Is it Saturday?
Yep. A week from this Saturday. We'll see you this Saturday, my friend.
Saturday. I can't wait. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Take care. Nice to meet you. Enjoy your day.
I'll see you there.
Okay. See you there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So pop onto the Admiral Theatre website and grab your tickets for the first Great Chris comedy show with Jamie Lissow. So.
All right. Thanks, Jamie.
Guys, appreciate you.
Okay,
right.
Bye. So yeah, that was super fun. What a nice, funny guy, and I'm excited for your shows this weekend.
It's just something about, and what a great weekend to do it. It's the week before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Soon as we get through this weekend, the year's over. And so come on out and get yourself ready, get your big laughs on. As you saw by the video I sent, I'll be posting different videos each day this week because he's just amazing and everybody needs to see him. So.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm going to figure out how to get Scott out. You got to watch this video and I'll post it. It's so funny, but I'll figure out how to get Scott into the craft store. And and I will admit there have been times that I have said, "What did you do? Where did that jar go?"
Yes.
And I'm not super crafty, but it's like, what'd you do with the jar? Oh, I threw it away. It's like, why would you do that? So I can relate.
Yeah, it was recycling. I didn't know this was the one you kept. I didn't know this was the artistic one. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. No, and I have, it's all, why do we do that? Why do we keep things? I have loads of jars and lids that I'm never going to do anything with.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than going into the lid drawer and not finding a lid that fits.
Right.
And there's 200 lids in there, and you don't have the right one. It is the most frustrating thing in the world, and all you want to do is save a little soup, and now you can't. So yeah.
Well, that is precisely why I just went to Costco and bought a new pack of stuff.
Yep.
Glass bowls with lids. So now they have matching lids for probably the next month. And then,
everything can go in the microwave. Everything can go in the dishwasher. Everything,
right?
That's exactly it. You want that kind of world. Yeah.
Yep. And then in another month or so, I won't be able to find any of it.
I love it. Love it. Love everything about that.
All right. Well, it's it's going to be a busy, exciting week, and so much happening. So
everything's going on so quickly right now, but you know what? Those of you who are out there and you watch our show and you're looking for something to add to your life, just know that it's basically the week after this show is Shop with a Cop, and we'd love to have you come out. We need more people to help wrap gifts and help, just help. I mean, there's going to be a couple hundred kids that are coming out that need Christmas, and come do your part.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that day. That's going to be super fun. The first Saturday of December at the Walmart. I can't even say Walmart now. It's got to be the Walmart, right? The Walmart.
Yeah.
And so it's the Walmart in Paulsbo, and then on the Sunday, the first Sunday of December, then they'll be down in the morning. They'll be down at the Walmart in Port Orchard. So we're super grateful for all the support that Walmart provides to Kitsap Shop with a Cop, and then Toys for Tots is right after that.
Yeah. So we go right from one to the other, and Toys for Tots. I mean, basically. That week of the 10th to the 14th, every day out at the pavilion, we need, between, I think it's 10 in the morning until 7 at night. They set up thousands and thousands and thousands of toys and divide them up into age groups, and they just need help. It's unbelievable once you start seeing all these donation boxes coming in, and the thousands of toys that are going to go out to thousands of kids. So we'll have 2,000 to 3,000 kids at Toys for Tots. So that is just a monster, and we just need a lot of ground support for as many people who want to get involved with that.
Absolutely. Well, and if you can't volunteer and you don't have the time, I have seen posters out for Toys for Tots. So if you next time you're in the store, just grab another toy and drop it in the box. And lots of opportunities to make a difference. And it's it hurts my heart because I want to help everybody, and I know we've all got limits, but I've seen so many people on these Facebook community pages that, I'm struggling. Who's out there helping? How can I get help for my kids for Christmas? How can I get Thanksgiving dinner? I can't, I don't even have the gas to get me to work this week. So, and what amazes me and what makes me so proud for this community that we're in is the number on every one of those. We take it at face value that it's true, and that people do need help. We know there are people who need help, and there are so many people who jump in with ideas and suggestions, or I have food, or I can give you a little bit of money for gas, or meet me at the gas station, or it's just it warms my heart that this community steps up that way for people.
Yep. Every day at the food bank and Salvation Army, if you're looking for that day in, day out thing that you could come in any day of the week and help out, around your schedule. Both those places, take care of day in and day out, year in, year out, month in, month out. So, pretty easy to lean into that one as well.
Absolutely. And then too, things like if you need furniture, or you need clothes, or you need, household goods. Abraham House, that place is amazing.
Yeah.
And they're always giving away things. And so, they're just, it makes me proud to live in this community, to be part of this community, and see how we can all kind of help and serve each other.
Agreed. Totally agree. Awesome. Awesome.
So
Jamie.
here we go. Have a fantastic week.
You as well.
Get out there to the Admiral Theatre, admiraltheatre.org. Get your tickets to see Jamie. And I'm so sorry I'm going to miss it this weekend.
It's pretty cool when you look at the when people buy the tickets online, the Admiral Theatre gets a zip code, and people are coming from Eastern Washington, Portland, and Canada to see this show, because this is his only Northwest gig and stuff. So if they're coming from that far, doggone it, if you're in Kitsap County, come on out. I mean, it's going to be a great night. Check out any one of his dry bars specials, or his Comedy Central special. They're all online, and I'll be posting them all week. So I'll see you guys all Saturday night at the Admiral Theatre. So
woohoo!
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a great show, and just good times to come, good things to come.
Love it. Love everything about it. Love you, Jamie. Thanks. Do some good out there.
Love you. Well, thanks for getting Jamie on with us, and we'll look forward to having the rest of the season come on.
Yeah. The whole season's going to be on our show. So we're going to talk to Kevin, Brad, and Gabe, and Rich Scheidner. We're going to have everybody on, Don Friesen. So it's going to be a great year of you people getting to hear little backstories of some of these amazing, talented people that are coming to the backyard.
Awesome. Woo-hoo. So fun. All right. Take care. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everybody. Do some good out there and enjoy the song.